Hey guys, it's Stacy, and I am here with the lovely Kim. And now, Kim is the real deal. You have just one conversation with her, and you just know it. You're like, oh, I love her. I want to be friends with her. I want to work with her. Like, she's just the deal, guys. And she's got a very powerful story to share with you today. So, thank you so much, Kim, for being here and just helping people know what you've been through, the before, and now where you are on the other side of that.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to be here to share the experience and hope that it inspires others to, take to, move forward and figure out their future and have the tools to do so. And with all your support, it was an amazing experience. So I'm excited to share it with you guys.
Awesome. Okay, good. So tell us then, before you started coaching, what was going on? What were you struggling with in your life and career?
Yeah. Well, I've been in the communications field for more than 20 years now. And for a long time, I haven't felt fulfilled in that career, right? Um, and I just wasn't happy anymore in it. And at the same time, I felt really stuck because I didn't know at this point how to change, like how do I at this point in my life, after doing this for so long, how do I actually move away from everything I know and do something different that fulfills me, that fills me up, that makes me feel really just happy in my life. And I just never thought I could, right? So but at the same time, you do get to a point in your life where you're like, I've got to figure this out. Like, this can't be it for me. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my life, and there's got to be a path forward for me. And I just need the tools to figure out what that is. That's where I was. um and just looking for guidance and direction and really the ability to know that I could actually do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was this costing you, right? When you think about the ways that this weighs heavily with relationships, emotionally, with your health, tell me about what was going on there because it wasn't just about not liking the job anymore.
Right. Well, you know what I mean, when you're unhappy in your professional life, it affects every aspect of your life, your personal life. So, it weighs so heavily on you. It affects your self-confidence. And for me, it even really affected my ability to be happy in my life, like be happy in the moments that I had with my family, just to really feel happiness, because I always felt like I'm just feel lost. I just felt lost all the time.
Yeah.
And just empty. It's so eroding to be doing something and feel stuck, like I'm stuck. I don't have any other choice. This is my career. There's no way at where I am that I can make a change. So I mean, it was just, I think it was costing me, just my own self-worth and my happiness.
Yeah. Yeah. And where did you feel that the most? Was it in the morning when you woke up and you're like, okay, I'm doing this again? Or was it more at the end of the day? Like, when did it really hit you?
Well, it's one of those things I call the Sunday night dread.
Mm-hmm.
Like that feeling on Sunday night where Monday's coming and you're like, you're just dreading it, and like dreading your life and dreading your moments of your life. And that is just sad, right? Because life is more than that. So, for me, it would start like on a Sunday night. I was happiest on a Friday afternoon and saddest on a Sunday night. And then, honestly, it was throughout the day. So I would just sit and, we've been in a pandemic. So everyone's, arrangements sort of different, but I was working from home. And so I was just sit and be in my dining room, be like, I'm wasting myself here. Like, what am I doing? So it was kind of just ebb and flow throughout the day, but it was always with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was that breaking point for you? How did you know that I just can't do this anymore and I need to find the right help?
Well, a couple things happened. First, I saw I saw your ad. I saw the video that you had put out there, and it was very serendipitous because at the time the company that I was at, they're still doing this, but they're cutting like $10 billion off their bottom line. So I knew that it was pretty certain that I would probably be laid off. So it's sort of that can be very motivating in some ways, unfortunately, but it can be. But so I think it was the culmination of just wanting, really desperately wanting to figure this out and knowing that it was up to me. Like I had to do something, feeling I just have to do something. And then also seeing your ad. And then, third, just knowing that life was about to take me on a journey and I wanted to have the tools to be able to better just self-support, just know that I was going to get through it and come out on the other side and be better. Like it'll be a blessing. So those are sort of the three things that culminated to make me want to actually take action.
Mhm. Okay, good. So then you're saying, all right, cool. So I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm saying yes. I'm putting myself first. I'm going forward here. What did you discover, and what did you start to see change for you along this career journey?
Well, I think first it's so funny because when I responded to what I saw from you, I emailed you. I know you'll remember this because I said, "Is this real?" Because I was like, "Please let this be real. This really happened for me."
Mhm.
Responded right back to me, which I was really grateful for. You said, "Absolutely, it's real." So that first and foremost, it just made me feel good. And this journey with you has been life changing. I mean, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be better. I mean, I'm healthier, happier, because what you taught me was, oh my gosh, so many things. Just learning how to reframe my thoughts, learning more about mindset, um, identifying my biggest fears, understanding my barriers, and working through all of it because you provided me with the tools to understand how to work on all those things in a way that is like forever. Like I will never go back to where I was before, not knowing and letting all that negativity and the negative self-narrative, keep me from believing in myself and setting up my own barriers. Like you taught me how to recognize it and gave me the tools to be able to move forward in just such a stronger, happier, healthier way. That, I mean, for me, I couldn't, I mean, I just can't begin to tell you how different I am from where I was when I began.
Tell me about what that looks like. How does that play out in your day-to-day life? These new tools and abilities, this literally different way of being. How does it play out in your life now?
I do several things that you've taught me to do, but I begin my day with gratitude, right? And I end my day with gratitude. And I do a mindful meditation in the morning just to start myself off on a good level playing field. And then from there, I'm very sort of purposeful in what my daily intention will be. I'm focusing on the positive things in my life. And, it's not like you don't get the negativity. I mean, the negativity always comes. It's just the way the brain works, right? And you taught me that too. But I'm now able to just stop myself. And like those thoughts don't rule me anymore. They're just thoughts. And I can look at them and I can let them pass me by and I can reframe them. And I can ask the hard question, like, really, Kim? Like, really? Is that really what is the reality of your life? And no, the answer is no. So for me, just being able to start and end graciously, living in abundance versus scarcity, which is a huge thing for me. And just being able to work through the negativity in my life in such a way that it's just I just can't even begin to describe it. Like it's beyond words. It's just so incredibly helpful in every aspect of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something so just powerful when you go from being the victim who feels like all the monkeys on your back, they're just ruling you and there's just darkness and you live below the line of suffering, and to now be like, nope, nope, I'm in the driver's seat, I am the victor, and I create my life above the line of suffering. I mean, that's just that, like you said, that changes everything.
It does change everything. I mean, so dramatically too. Because I was, I did play, I think I did play a role of a victim, at least to myself, like I'll never be able to do anything else than what I'm, doing now. I'm stuck. This is the way it is. You have a good career. You should be grateful for it. Just be grateful for what you have. Um, and those things in some way, shape, were true, but there's so much more to life than just getting up and getting by. You know what I mean? Like life can be so much more than that. And I just didn't know how to make it so. And that is the journey. Like I learned how to move forward in the way that I want, that I'm controlling it instead of it controlling me. So that is like an amazing mindset to have.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So tell me what else. When you think about outcomes or all the things that you've gained,
Yeah.
tell me more about those.
Okay. I mean, the introspections part of the program is amazing because it does get you to where you need to be with regards to, sort of action planning and blueprint and those things. So for me, like part of the program that I was just incredibly impactful was all the work we did putting together the career, the life and career blueprint, because the blueprint really does identify all your themes, the themes in your life, the themes that, the way people think about you, which can be very impactful as well to see that, to bring that to life, the way you view yourself. But also thematically, what comes through, like how people describe you, empathetic, this, that, the other. And then you see it comes time and time again. And it really helps you kind of center into who you are as a person and where you want to go and where you can go professionally. So, it gave me my must-have criteria. It identified what motivates me. It identified also what I cannot have in my life. Like that is not going to get me there. I do not want to go down that path. But then, from all of that together, I was able to literally go in and identify potential career paths, like, things I had never thought of in my entire life, like completely different. That, and also I think, the support that you get, the weekly calls are amazing. All the women that I got to work with in the groups, in our Wednesday call were women are very interesting. We're different, but we're fundamentally the same. So having the support system and working through that and talking with you in a group dynamic is really awesome. I was so supportive and I love that. And I love seeing what their journey was and what was happening with them. So that was incredible. And, I'm trying to think, and the brilliant statement. I love the brilliant statement because, and for people who, have no idea what it is, it really, there's something to being able to identify what makes you, what makes you sparkle. Like why, Kim, why are you the best candidate or the best person for this job? Or why should, someone be aware of what makes you think, what you're great at? And it's very tangible and quantitative and qualitative. So it's very like, it just teaches you how to kind of, deliver, your personal pitch. Like this is me and this is what makes me me. And oh my God, that was great work with you and Brooke. So those things for me were just amazing. But also, I mean, there's so many tools that you give me, like, and I don't remember what it's called. It's like the feeling sheet. I feel like I'm feeling this way, but am I really? Like, let's identify what I'm really feeling. And 9 times out of 10, it wasn't exactly what I was thinking on the upfront. Like I would go and I would go, oh my God, that's what I'm feeling. And that's impactful too. And then, I mean, there's just so much, Stacey, like the cards, the daily affirmations, the awesome, the 50 awesome, all those things just all culminate to just give you a different foundation in your life to move forward from.
Yeah, and something that you had said to me when we spoke before that I think it really makes the difference is for you, you went from kind of like logically knowing about your skills to actually believing your brilliance, believing what is so incredibly special and unique and powerful about you.
Yeah, because you asked me, what is it about you that makes you, better for this than everyone else? I couldn't answer. Like I could not answer it. Like I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. I don't really know. So, just doing that work and digging down, getting sort of digging under to get at what makes all of us, but what makes us special and what gives us strength and makes us unique. Those things are kind of hard to identify. I don't think women are comfortable. Like, it's you're not bragging in any way. You're literally just identifying what makes you sparkle, what makes you special. So I love doing that. It was really good work to do.
Awesome. Okay, so tell us about your career trajectory now. What path are you on going forward?
Right. So what I decided was, well, this is totally different where I'm headed. So it just in the course of all the work and conversations with Stacy, where I landed was I've always wanted to help people. Like, that's where I am in my life. And I was a psychology undergraduate, and went down a different path of communications. But where I landed was much more in the field of coaching, or something tangibly that I would be able to do to help people moving forward. And where I landed with that was clinical hypnotherapy, which is a complete, like, if you would have told me before I started that this is where I would be, I would have been like, you're hilarious. And no, you know what I mean? Like, no way am I doing that. But I'm doing it. Like, I'm gonna do it. And I'm so excited. Part of the work we do informational interviews with your help, with your instruction. And, I met through you a person who is a very successful hypnotherapist, sort of the same kind of career trajectory. Just was not satisfied. She wanted to do something different. So she's a clinical hypnotherapist, and she started an academy, and I'm enrolling with her. So in about a month's time, I'll begin school with her, and I'll be certified when the program is done. And it's just amazing. I can't believe that this is where I'm headed. I'm so excited. And then in the interim, I did get laid off from my job, so I'm looking for a bridge job. And for me, a bridge job is just a temporary, paying the bills, doing what I need to do to make sure that I have a solid foundation for my family. And then once I'm able to transition fully over to the clinical hypnotherapy career path, then I will be able to do that. So that's where I am right now.
Yeah, that's so amazing. I love that. It's like you have no idea when you come into this what's going to happen, whether you start your own business, you learn something totally new. It's like, I don't know. It's not like we have a list of 5 things and you pick from there. It
Right.
could be anything. It's so custom and different for each person. And like you said, you would have never known. There's no way you would have just landed on that without
Never.
doing this work. And that it's not a guess. It's not let me try. That sounds interesting. You actually have your own personal data that indicates best fit and that you will be successful at it. And that's just, you can have confidence in that, which is amazing.
Right. It's exciting. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited.
I know. Yay. Okay. So tell me, why is this coaching worth the investment, and what advice would you have for people?
Well, I don't know if the people that will see this or like me, I never really invested a lot in myself, like I focus on my family, I focus more on others. I'm, putting myself first, didn't come naturally to me, right? But I just saw it as, I need to invest in myself. I need to do this work now, because I cannot spend another 10 years of my life feeling unhappy and unfulfilled and stuck. Like, life is more than that. It's just more that has to be. And all I needed were the tools and the guidance. That's what I needed. And so we're just not born with that. We don't know how to do it. People need help. You need that guidance. And anyone that feels stuck, feels unfulfilled, does not like what they're doing, but you don't know how to move forward and actually do something about it, this is the best money I've ever spent, bar none, on myself. And because it changed my life, and not only just my career, but it changed the way I handle my thinking, my feelings, my mindset. I feel like I'm not only just better off as a person, I feel like I'm a better friend, a better mom, a better wife. Like, I feel, because I'm so much more happier, because I literally have decided that I'm going to live in abundance in my life, and I feel abundant in my life, and I'm open in my heart. So I just, anyone that just feels stuck, it is absolutely worth it. You will come out on the other side it in a way you never thought. Like, you cannot predict it. It's just worth it. It is worth it. I would encourage. I've talked about my journey with everyone because I'm so excited by it and what came out of it. And everyone is just so happy for me and supportive, and they can see the difference. And it's just amazing. I'm just, if you're scared and you don't know if it can happen for you, it can happen for you. Because I was the biggest doubter. Like, I was like, is this real? I don't know if this can really happen, but it can. It can. And it is worth the journey. It is so worth it.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kim. I know it's going to help a lot of people move past those fears and the false beliefs that have held them back for a long time. This is about getting unstuck. This is about freedom. This is about living your highest purpose in the life that you were meant to have. And you're just a wonderful example of it's
Thank,
possible.
thank you. I'm so happy to talk to you about it. And I hope it does help. I hope anyone that's just sitting there thinking that I can't do this, like, you can do it. You can do it.
Oh,
And it's
hell
gonna be
yes.
okay.
I know everybody thinks, oh, but it won't work for me. I'm like, I promise.
It will.
If
It will
we
work
invite
for you.
you in, you will not be the only person out of billions on the planet whose brain can't be changed. Like, it doesn't.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so, so much for sharing. You know, we love you so much, and
Thank you.
we're always going to be in touch. And thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.